In this video, I will be telling you about the clipper circuits. This tutorial we will be seeing how to implement the clipper circuits using multisim. In all, we have 7 clipper circuits, but to give you a brief idea, I will be taking only 3 clipper circuits and explaining you how to implement it. So the first step is to go and open our multisim. Once we start with multisim, the first step is to place all the components on the layout. So on the top corner, you can see the basic components. Click on that. Go to resistors. Click OK. We need 2 resistors. Then we need a diode. So click on diode, go to diode, write down the name of the diode, which is 1N4007. Select 1N4007G. Click OK. You get a diode. The other component is you need to give the input signal. The input signal is given through the function generator. So on the right hand corner or on the right hand panel, you will see all the measuring devices which will have a multimeter, then a function generator, then a wattmeter, oscilloscope. So we need to give the input from the function generator. Click on it and bring it to the layout. Similarly, the output you have to see is on the CRO. Remember, a CRO is just a display device. So bring the CRO. CRO is nothing but an oscilloscope. Click on that and bring it to the panel. So you have all the components with you. Now we have to adjust these components to make it work as a clipper circuit. So I'll be just rotating it. So right click, rotate 90 degrees, take it a little up, do the connection. Similarly, your resistor R2, rotate 90 degrees, adjust it. Function generator, from function generator we will be giving the input. We also need a ground. So over here is place sources. Click on that, go to component, select your ground, put your ground. You will see the ground, select it and bring it to your layout. Now positive of the function generator is connected to your resistance R1. Function generator is nothing but you are giving the input from here. So connected to your resistance R1. Negative of it will not be connected. You will be connecting the common terminal of the function generator. Connect the common terminal to the ground. So you have connected the input over here. The diode goes to ground. Resistance also goes to ground. This is your positive clipper circuit. You are giving input from the function generator to this. Now you need to see the output. As I told you, output is seen on the CRO. So connect the one channel of CRO to the output, which is across resistance R2, and the negative of that to ground. Since this is a clipper circuit, to see its effect, we also will be connecting the input. So channel B we will be using as your input. So connect channel B to the input. Input is from function generator. So channel B is connected to the input. Negative of that is grounded. Now we just need to change the values according to our circuit. We have implemented the circuit. We have placed all the components. Now we just need to change the values. So first we will go to the input. Double click on your function generator. You will see a window. Over there you have three waveforms: sinusoidal, triangular and square. Mostly we are using sinusoidal waveform, so select it. Then you have signal options. You have frequency. We will give 5 volts peak to peak at 1 kilohertz. So change the frequency to 1 kilohertz. Next is duty cycle. It is inactive. We don't want to change the duty cycle. Amplitude. As you can see, amplitude is always in the peak value. So if we are giving 5 volts peak to peak, it should be 2.5 volts peak. And remember, for the multisim function generator, the amplitude is always in terms of peak value. So we have to put the amplitude in peak value. We are not giving any offset, so no offset. Now you have adjusted the input. Click it again. Just see your frequency is at 1 kilohertz. Amplitude is at 2.5 volts peak. That means 5 volts peak to peak. So input is adjusted. Next is resistance R1. According to our circuit, we will change its value. Label to this is given as RS. Its value is 1K, so you don't need to change the value. Click OK. You can see that the labeling, that is the name of the resistance, is changed. RS is 1 kilo ohms. Diode is perfect, no need to change it. Next, go to R2, double click it. Label R2, we call it as RL. Its value is 100K, so change the value to 100K. OK. You have changed it. Now both your output and input which you will be seeing on the CRO are with red wires. So you just need to change the wire. So for that, click on channel B, wire, segment color, and change your segment color. I'm taking it as purple, or I can take it as green. Okay. So remember, the output is available at channel A with red waveforms, and input is available at channel B with green waveforms. This is your circuit which we have implemented. You can place your text box over here naming your circuit. So view, place, go to place, text, and bring the cursor. You can write the name of it, experiment 1 clipper circuit. And since this is positive, so we will write it as positive clipper circuit. Now we just need to run your simulation. We need to run this. As discussed, now we have to just simulate this circuit. So over here you can see a play button. Click on that. The simulation has started. The simulation has started. Click on stop. Double click on the oscilloscope. You can see certain waveforms. Now you just need to adjust the frequency or your time scale by going to time base. Adjust it so that the waveforms are clearly visible. The green waveform is the input and the red one is the output. The output is in the form of DC and is in the channel A. So on channel A, click DC. For channel B, click AC. We will be changing a little bit volts per division so that your output waveform is visible, clearly visible. You can see the difference between the two. Therefore, we are changing it. Now you can clearly see the output waveform and the input waveform. Green is the input, red is the output. As you can see, the positive half cycle is clipped and the negative half cycle is available to you. This is the output of the positive clipper circuit. Now the next aim is to measure the output voltage. That means you should be able to interpret the waveforms. So how we will measure it? Over here on the CRO graph tab, you can see two cursors. This is your cursor 2. Take it to the negative peak of the waveform. And there is a cursor 1. Take it to the positive peak of the waveform. Cursor 1 and cursor 2 will give the positive value and the negative value of the waveform. How will you measure it now? Below the screen, you have a tab which shows you time, channel A, channel B. Channel A is the output waveform. So the magnitude of output waveform, if you see, it is T1, indicating that cursor 1 is measuring the output waveform. So cursor 1 is measuring the output waveform. Its value is 584.656 millivolts. So the practical value is 584.56 millivolts. So I'll just write the values over here so that you understand it. So voltage at positive half cycle is 584.656 millivolts. This is the voltage, output voltage at positive half cycle. So VO, output voltage at positive half cycle, and output voltage at negative half cycle. Channel A is the output. So at negative half cycle is measured by T2. So your cursor 2 is nothing but T2. So indicating across T2, it is minus 2.460, minus 2.46. So the negative output voltage at the negative half cycle is minus 2.460. So VO at negative half cycle is minus 2.46 volts. So this gives you the output voltage of the clipper circuit in the positive and the negative half cycle. I hope you were able to understand this. You were able to understand how to interpret this data. Now, if I want to compare it with the theoretical value, I'll put a slash and write down the theoretical value. We know that during the positive half cycle, the diode is acting as a reverse bias, and sorry, it is acting as a forward bias, and the diode voltage is available. So diode voltage is 0.7 volts. So theoretically, the output voltage during the positive half cycle is 0.7 volts, and the negative half cycle, the voltage will be equal to RL upon RL plus RS divided by RL. That will be approximately equal to 2.5 volts, minus 2.5 volts. You can find out the value because your formula will be RL upon RL plus RS into the input voltage, which is minus 2.5 volts. So this was a brief explanation of how to implement positive clipper circuit using multisim. We will implement the next circuit, which is bias negative clipper. So we will go for bias negative clipper. So what changes we will do in the circuit? The first change is that this diode should change its position. We just have to reverse it. So you can do the changes in the same circuit. Just rotate it, and I'll change the name also. It is bias negative clipper. We will get the output also, which will be different. So I am changing this also. We need to give a biasing voltage over here. So inserting from the sources, you need to insert the bias voltage. Go to power supplies. Over here, DC power. I am repeating. Go to sources, go to power supply, go to DC power, click OK. This is your power supply. We will be giving negative voltage, so just rotate it and connect your negative circuit. Do the connections as shown in your circuit diagram. This is the circuit of bias negative clipper. Now the connection is over. Now you have to click on this and give a voltage of, as we said, the voltage should be 1 volt, minus 1 volt you're giving. Change the label because we call it as your reference voltage VR, and click on OK. So the negative voltage of 1 volt is given to your circuit. This is your complete circuit of bias negative clipper. Now you just need to run it. Go to simulation, run it. The simulation is running. Stop. Click on this. You can see your waveforms. You can clearly see from your waveforms that your negative half cycle is clipped. Now you want to interpret your waveforms. For that, take your cursor 2, we are connecting to the negative peak. Cursor 1 is connected to the positive peak. Remember, red is the output voltage. We are concerned about the output voltage. So VO at positive half cycle. Cursor 1 is giving the positive half cycle value. So T1 channel A positive half cycle is 2.462. So the output voltage over here is 2.462 volts. Similarly, cursor 2 channel A is giving the negative voltage. So cursor 2 channel 1 is giving you negative, which is minus 1.5 1.551 volts. So write it over here, minus 1.551 volts. This is the practical values of the output voltage. Theoretical values you can calculate using the formula. Which we will be implementing is the slicer circuit. So let us change the name to slicer circuit. Slicer circuits are nothing but they will be implementing positive and negative clipper together. So we need to do the changes as per it. So this is your negative bias clipper. We need to add your positive bias clipper to this. Just select this part and copy it. You have copied it. Open the connections. Rotate the diode. Change the direction of the voltage. Again select this. Copy it to the main circuit. This is your bias positive clipper. If I connect this part, diode D3 with the resistance is my bias positive clipper. Connect it over here. This becomes the circuit of bias positive clipper. We can remove it. We can change this notation to D2, diode 2. We can change this to your notation display as VR1. Okay. This is the circuit of slicer circuit. Slicer means that both positive and negative half cycle will be clipped. We also want to see the voltages. So let us change this value also. Run the circuit. Stop it. Your output waveform is seen on the oscilloscope. You can clearly see from the output waveform, your first observation is that both positive and negative half cycle are clipped. Because this is a slicer circuit, both cycles are clipped. Then you have to measure the voltage during the positive half cycle. So let me take your cursor 2 to positive peak, cursor 1 to negative peak. So to measure the positive output voltage, channel A, remember because channel A is the output, we will see the channel A. Channel A, you have to see cursor 2 for positive. So channel A, cursor 2 means T2, value corresponding to T2, which is 1.551 volts. So during the positive half cycle, the voltage is 1.551 volts. Cursor 1 gives the negative value. So cursor 1, T1. T1 channel A is minus 1.551. So the output voltage is minus 1.551 volts. In this way, you can connect your circuit and just simulate it to see the output voltage. You can measure, that is interpret your output voltage to find out the practical values. I hope this video has helped you to understand the implementation of clipper circuits in multisim, and I hope the remaining circuits, that is bias positive clipper, negative clipper, you will be able to do it. Thank you so much.